If I tell you the scariest things I saw as a Navy SEAL weren't enemy fighters, but something we were never trained to kill, you'll think I'm insane. But these 5 classified missions are the reason I sleep with the lights on, gun loaded, and still feel like I'm not the only one in my room. My name doesn't matter. On paper, I did 12 years as a Navy SEAL. 5 operations in my file are still completely blacked out. No dates. No locations. Just a code name and a signature that isn't even humanly readable. I was good at my job. I believed in no questions, just orders. Until I realized every one of those 5 missions had one thing in common. Me and whatever started following me after the first one has never stopped. Mission 1 was called Blackout Village. Somewhere in a desert country, we're not supposed to be in. A whole village went dark on every satellite in under a minute. No lights, no signals, but thermal showed. Movement, lots of it. We flew in at 02005 men, night vision on, rifles up. The second we crossed an invisible line outside the village, all our comms died. No static, no pop, just mute. My NVGs turned pure white for a second, like someone put the sun an inch from my eyes. We moved street to street. It's empty houses, meals still on tables, doors wide open, but no bodies, no animals, no bugs, just this. Heavy silence, like someone holding a hand over your mouth. We had helmet cams, streaming live to command. When we got back to the exfil point, finally outside the dead zone, comms came back. Command was screaming at us. Alpha, why did you split? Who's your 6th? We froze. We were 5. We'd always been 5. They sent us a frame from our live feed. Us moving through the village, with a 6th man at the back. Tall, gear that. Didn't match any unit on Earth. Face completely blacked out by the helmet. The weirdest part? In every angle, that 6th man was right behind me, almost breathing on my neck. When we got back to base, the footage was gone. Every video file. Corrupted audio survived, though, on the track over our own boots and breathing. Was a 6th pair of footsteps, perfectly in sync with mine. After Blackout Village, I should have left. Instead, I got promoted and sent on mission to Drowned God. We were deployed from a sub into black, freezing water to recover experimental tech from a wreck. Diver down, 0 visibility, just the sound of my own breathing. Halfway there, my headset crackled with a voice that wasn't on any channel. You shouldn't have left me behind. It sounded like me. I spun, light cutting through the dark. Nothing, but my chest tightened, lungs burning. My regulator felt like it was being yanked out of my mouth by someone behind me, topside. They swore my vitals flatlined for 2 minutes. 0 heartbeat. 0 oxygen, but I remember those 2 minutes clearly, suspended in black water, unable to move, with fingers brushing the back of my neck and that same 6th set of footsteps from the village. Echoing underwater, the doc showed me my own EKG later. Dead. He just whispered, "You came back wrong." Mission 3. Frozen Time. Arctic Research Station. No contact for 48 hours. Our job: secure the site and pull hard drives. We breach. Inside, it looks like a movie, paused mid-scene. Coffee mug hanging tilted in midair, drip frozen inches from the floor. A chair falling, stuck halfway. A man in a lab coat mid-scream, mouth open but no sound, no movement. In the control room, security monitors show our team entering the base. Same gear. Same formation. Same stupid scratch on my helmet. We watch the screens. The US on the monitors start checking rooms. Then, in a blind corner, the Mian camera is suddenly alone. The rest of my team is just gone. My copy slowly turns to the camera, visor black. For one frame, just one, I see a pale, bloated face under my helmet. Like a drowned version of me, the feed cuts to static. I look at my real team around me. No one says a word. No one had to. We all saw it. Mission 4. Mirror Man. Undisclosed city. Supposedly friendly soil. Our HVT's photo is dropped on the table. My Blood runs cold. It's me, older, same jaw, same scar over the brow I didn't even have yet, same eyes. Text reads, subject shows advanced knowledge of black programs. Treat as hostile. Read an apartment tied to this HVT. Walls are covered in photos. Every picture is of our previous mission's blackout village. Direct, the Arctic station, all pinned up. Months before those missions ever happened, in the final room there's a mirror, cracked when I look into it. For half a second I don't see my reflection. I see that drowned, bloated version of me again, uniform torn, art dripping from his mouth, whispering something I can't hear. Then he smiles, and my real reflection snaps back in place. Mission 5, home front. This one wasn't overseas. It was here. They flew us to a training facility that looked too much like a real hospital. No insignias, no patients. Just white halls. We're told this is containment, no live ammo. Non-lethal only. At the end of a locked ward, we find a room with 5 hospital beds. In each bed lies me. Different ages. 8, 16, 25, 40, 60. All wearing hospital gowns. All hooked up to machines. All with the exact same heartbeat as mine. Syncs to every beep. One of my teammates panics. Rushes to rip the 4 out of the youngest one. His hand passes. Through the body like smoke, the heart monitors spike. Every version of me sits up at the same time and stares at the door. Stares at me, and in perfect unison, they say, "You weren't supposed to come back." The lights go out. Alarms start screaming. When emergency power kicks in, the beds are empty. No files. No footage. There's no proof. Just my own heart still racing. At that exact beeping rhythm in my head, after Mission 5, they benched me. Medically retired. Psychological instability, they wrote. But I get it now. Mission 1. Something walked out of that village with me. Mission 2. I died. And whatever was in that water climbed inside my skin when they dragged me back. Missions 3 and 4, I saw splinters of myself from timelines where I didn't make it, where it took over completely. Mission 5, they weren't containing. A threat. They were studying me. All 5 missions were less about the objective, and more about measuring how far the thing wearing my face had spread. And here's what keeps me up. In every debrief, every sealed room after each op, I remember a man in a suit sitting in the corner. Face always in shadow, voice never on tape. Always asks the same question. Do you ever feel like there's someone walking one step behind you, even when you're alone? It's been 3 years since I left the teams. I live alone. No neighbors. No footsteps above or below me, but every night, at 3:07 a.m., I hear combat boots pacing my hallway. 6 steps forward. Pause. 6 steps back. Pause if you ever wake up at 3:07 a.m. and hear a second pair of footsteps matching your heartbeat. Don't check the hallway. You'll just prove to them you're ready for your first classified mission. If you want me to break down what really happened on each mission, comment classified and I'll record part 2.